can't see, so hopefully this is set up well. Hi everyone, welcome back to Coffee Talk, an unedited, unfiltered, what do I say? I haven't filmed in like 2 weeks. Unedited, unfiltered conversation with me, chatting as friends, drinking coffee up in the kitchen, except I'm in my grandmother's apartment in Paris. We have a lot to catch up on. I have not filmed, and well, I've been filming, but I've not posted what I've been doing in real time in a little while. So, by the way, I'm drinking coffee made in a French press, which works because I'm in France, with oat milk from here. I have like a lot to share with you. I know the lighting is bad in here. It's pretty dark, especially in the mornings, but I tried to move like a lamp and the rest is just natural light coming in from a window. Yeah, I'm in Paris. I've been in Paris. This is my last day in Paris. Where do I start? I think it's really like cliche to say, you know, oh, like coming here, I feel different now, or, you know, it's changed my life or whatever. Like, I feel like a lot of people who travel kind of say things like that, but I really do feel kind of different. I have not traveled internationally in 6 years, and I used to do it pretty often, either for singing or for, you know, visiting family like here, or, you know, for whatever the reason. I used to come to Europe, travel super cheap, and go back home. So the last time I was here, I was singing in Italy in 2019, and then COVID happened, and just when things were starting to open back up is when, unfortunately, I caught COVID and I got long COVID. So travel became completely impossible. For a period of time, I was too ill, and so now I seem to be at the point where I'm not only able to travel, like I'm able to really sightsee and take advantage of what the city has to offer I've been here for 10 days. Tomorrow will be 11 days. Is it? Let me see. 10 days. I arrived on Saturday to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, 10 days. Sorry, my math is not good. It's the first thing in the morning and I just woke up. Also, I have been like sightseeing a ton and walking a lot, so my body is very fatigued and my brain is a little fuzzy because of that. I am still sort of aware of my long COVID, and doing a lot to try to mitigate the effects of it. But I've been shocked. Like, I have done more than 10,000 steps every day, according to my iPhone, just by exploring and wanting to see and sightseeing and seeing museums and everything that I've been wanting to do. Pretty much I have managed to do it, which has been an incredible feeling. It makes me a little bit emotional actually makes me very emotional. Thank God I'm so tired that I'm not going to start crying. Maybe. Um, I have like a lot of footage. I've been filming everything that I've been doing for the most part. There have been a couple of days where I've just wanted to be in the moment, and so I didn't film as much, but I have a lot I'm planning to share with you guys, including traveling while chronically ill and traveling trying to keep strict to a budget, or like saving money tips. Um, some things that I have been really surprised about here is one, I knew that the the French like bakery and bread culture is like unmatched. I mean, comment in the comments if you can match it, but especially coming from the United States, like I buy a fresh baguette at dinner time here every day, and I eat either the whole thing for dinner or half at dinner and half in the morning. And the concept of eating a baguette that's older than 24 hours is like gross disgusting to them. Like they can in a pinch, but it's like, no, just buy another one because it only costs €1 here. In the States, a baguette is, I don't know, $3 or $4, something like that. Like it costs a lot more, and you buy it in advance and it's old. It's not like fresh from the oven. You bring it home and you eat it, which is like probably how bread should be. And there's bakeries like on almost every block. It's like it's a small business. It's, the culture is to have them everywhere. And they do have supermarkets here, but they also have butchers and fish shops and cheese shops, and they still have these like small businesses that you can go to in your neighborhood to pick up what you need. And it's not as convenient, but everything appears to be a lot fresher, and it becomes like a part of the routine, because people have their butcher that they have a relationship with and their baker that they see every day, when they get their bread. It's really, really cool. There's a lot more steady pace of life from what I've seen and experienced. The pace of the city is like so much more calm than New York. I love New York. I'm not planning to move, but coming here and slowing down a little bit was so lovely. And I do kind of feel like this vacation is about to become my entire personality for a period of time. I did get a couple of souvenirs, but not a ton. Mostly I got like little postcards of the places that I went and the things I saw. I find postcards are a great souvenir when you don't want to like have an item. I mean, I'm happy to talk about like what I packed that was completely unnecessary and what I packed that was necessary. And what wound up helping and what wound up feeling like clutter, and also in terms of like souvenirs. Maybe I'll do that in another video. But yeah, mostly in terms of souvenirs, I got a couple of books. I'm like looking at them right now. But mostly postcards, and I got a scarf. So I'll do like a souvenir haul when I get back, as well. I on my last day today, we are going to Giverny, which is Monet's garden where he painted the water lilies and the bridge painting. And I'm really excited to go and see because Monet is one of my favorite painters. I love, oh, that was another thing. I loved getting to see a lot of these paintings really up close. And I feel like I've seen enough art in person that I immediately like gravitate toward the details and the texture of the paint layered on the canvas and like seeing how thick it was applied or like the brush strokes or the edges where the paint stops but there's still a little bit of canvas to just see, you know, what got left blank. I also love seeing the artist's signatures, those little details. I find them really special. Like that's, to me, you can Google search a painting to see what it looks like generally from far away. You know, when I go to a museum, I love going up close and really looking at all of the details and sort of, not to sound too woo-woo, but like seeing the energy of like how the paint was being applied and how the emotion that it evokes in me and the emotion that I imagine the artist was feeling when it was being painted. And the city is so full of art. I mean, on every like there's so many museums that I didn't have time to go see that I wanted to. That, you know, I'll just have to come back and see them next time. It was really like the whole trip was really special. I also got to spend my niece's sweet 16 with her, which was really special. Because I hadn't gotten to spend good quality time with her in quite some time. And for her to be this age where she's talking about her hopes and her dreams and what she wants to be when she grows up, and really like getting to have that quality time as two fully, I mean, not fully grown people, but like someone with ideas and thoughts and dreams was really beautiful and special. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. I will be spending 3 days in the UK with some friends. And that I'm not going to be filming as much. I think most of my footage for the channel is going to be from Paris because I'm also going to be kind of like regrouping from all the sightseeing. So it might be a bit boring in the UK. But I took a lot of pictures as well for the Instagram. I've not been posting in real time though. So I think I'm probably going to upload. Channel members got their own post a couple of days ago saying that I'm here, and to keep an eye on the channel for that announcement, which will probably come out in a couple of days from when I'm filming this. Maybe tomorrow. And then I can start posting on Instagram all of the photos that I took from all of the things that I've been doing. I had so many amazing encounters, chance encounters, and I think I have to remember what all I filmed. It's been a real whirlwind. But sorry, sidebar. I'm so tired right now. Obviously, as you can tell, my energy is a bit low. It's from all the sightseeing and running around, and I got like so many comments on the last video I posted about how much I say and like, and I'm trying really hard to be aware of how much I say it, but when I'm not feeling well, it comes out a lot more because I'm trying to formulate thoughts, and so there's just going to be a lot of in this video. So um sorry. Anyway, I filmed a lot of not only like walking around, especially at the very beginning, walking around the city, experiencing the streets and the city, as well as the things I was doing. Some of the things I was doing was I can never remember the name of this cemetery. The cemetery, something Pierre. Anyway, a lot of incredibly amazing artists, music composers, Edith Piaf, Jim Morrison are all buried there. And so, and Maria Callas and Isadora Duncan and a lot of people. So I filmed a lot of that. That was on my first or second day. I was in the Musée d'Orsay, where there are a lot of famous works, especially by Van Gogh and Monet and Renoir. A lot of amazing sculptures as well. I went to the Louvre. I didn't film as much there, and I only sort of went in the afternoon. It was like, that is a museum that you could spend probably 3 days inside and still manage to not see everything. So I kind of was running around trying to get to see my favorites, and I still missed some, which means I'll have to come back. Oh no, poor me. I'll have to come back. I won't have this wonderful apartment to stay in next time, which has been lovely. This apartment is from the 60s. My grandmother on my half-sister's side lived here for a really long time, and the idea of letting it go makes me sad. It's in an amazing location in the 15th arrondissement, which is the 15th quarter. It's right like 1 block from the metro, and it's so easy to get anywhere from here. But unfortunately, the way that the laws are in France, and the way things are, this apartment does need to be sold to somebody else with a family who can use it, because it's so spacious and beautiful. But it was lovely staying here, and I actually have memories of being here from when I was 12 and 13 years old visiting, and so being back in here and kind of seeing my grandmother's things and kind of being in the space again was also really a special thing about this trip. And I am not typically someone who in the past has chosen to celebrate my accomplishments a lot. I kind of am somebody who's always sort of moved on to the next thing. And I can look back and say, oh, I did a good thing, or I'm proud of myself, or I'm proud of myself before kind of felt a bit like a stretch sometimes. Like, yeah, I'm proud I did that. I'm proud I accomplished that. That was a cool thing or whatever. So this trip really felt like celebrating this entire year of really hard work and big change in my life, and kind of synthesizing it into not only exploring and pushing my boundaries on my body and seeing what I'm capable of, but also like really celebrating this like completely new chapter of my life, and everything that I worked really hard on to close out the old chapter of my life. And it has been a really amazing feeling, a really amazing feeling to come here, experience the city, sit in a cafe drinking espresso. Let me tell you, ordering coffee in French is a whole adventure. My French isn't bad. I actually tried to film myself ordering a couple of times, but I I think I managed to get it right yesterday, like one day before I'm scheduled to leave. Um it's been, yeah, it's been really amazing. I don't know what else to say about it. Other than I'm about to have a lot to say about it because I have all this footage and I have video ideas I want to do, and yeah. Um anyway, how are you guys? So, the last coffee talk I filmed was, I want to say 1 or 2 days before I left New York. And now I'm filming this on my last day in Paris. Um, and when I get back, it'll just be kind of back in the old swing of things. I'll be doing my corporate job. I will be trying to practice singing stuff. I was supposed to work on the possibility of a concert this summer that, unfortunately, since I've been here, has fallen through, which is a big fat bummer, but that's not going to stop me from practicing and singing. I did sing in front of some other opera singers the other day, and maybe I will post the clip of that soon. It was definitely scary. My heart was beating really fast. But I have a lot going for me at home. Leaving does feel kind of sad though. I sort of wish I could be here fancy free forever. The culture in France is so different too in terms of like work and work-life balance, and it's so much more reasonable. Like the expectations is that people typically take vacations every year, and I feel like in the US it's a bit less normalized, or it's like there like a lot more people, because of financial stuff or health stuff or whatever the reason, like stay put a lot more or have like staycations. They take time off but they stay pretty local. It seems like here a lot of people travel a lot more, and I know that different countries in Europe are so much closer than in the US, but even still, I just feel like the culture is like there's more time off to take, and there's more like working to live rather than living to work, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm refilling my coffee a lot because I started packing last night, but I need to finish packing. I am a packing procrastinator, and I always tend to overpack. I tried to be super minimal for this trip, and I feel like I brought too much of the wrong things, like toiletries, and I didn't bring too much makeup, but like I brought more than I actually wound up using. And then I didn't bring enough, like the temperatures looked like it was going to be warmer, so I didn't bring like a second sweater or like a I don't know. just, I feel like I packed all the wrong things. Not all the wrong things, just I could have packed. I tried to pack minimally, and instead of packing minimally and smartly, I packed like a silly goose. Especially in the shoe department. I was like convinced I was going to. Actually, that's not true. I did technically use all my shoes. It's just every day that I was sightseeing, I wore the same white sneakers. And now I feel like my feet have like molded to the sneaker. But but I also packed like these big boots, and like, because they are comfy for walking around New York, but they're not comfy for having a whole 15,000 step workout in Paris, running around town. And so yeah, so that was a little bit of a fail, but not bad. Anyway, I'm just finishing getting packed up, and I'm taking it easy this morning. Normally I would try to like squeeze in another museum or whatever, but I have like 14 hours in London tomorrow, so possibly not even 14 hours in London tomorrow. So I want to give myself a little bit of a rest. We're gonna go see Giverny later. I know I already said that, with my niece and my sister. And then I think have like a family dinner for my last night here. And I think that's gonna be like my max. I think probably after filming this, I'm going to grab a pain au chocolat from the local bakery down the street and enjoy that pastry, because I feel like there's never enough pastries in Paris. What was I gonna say? Man, there's so much to tell you guys. I know we're just chatting up here in the kitchen or in the living room today, but I feel like I have a week's worth of stories to tell you. So if you don't mind, I'll probably wind up keep telling you all my stories from Paris. Oh my gosh, yesterday, speaking of the ordering coffee fiasco, I've discovered that I really like a café noisette, which is basically a shot of espresso with a little boop of steamed milk on top, and mostly the foam of it. I think a noisette is a hazelnut. Yeah, a hazelnut. So it's like I think the drop of cream looks like a little hazelnut in the espresso shot. So I tried to order that, but instead of with one shot of espresso, I wanted it with 2 shots of espresso. So I asked for a café noisette with, s'il vous plaît, peux-je avoir un café noisette avec deux espresso, avec un double espresso. So anyway, they gave me a café noisette, 1 shot of espresso, 2 shots of espresso, and 3 cups. And I was like, thank you so much. Can you put this all in 1 cup? And he looked at me like I was insane. And I explained what I meant, and in English, because everyone here speaks English. And he said, oh, I see. And I said, how do I order that? And he goes, a double espresso with some milk. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Here I was trying to be French or fancy, and could have just kept it simple. Anyway, so that was kind of funny. And I feel like I've had little snafus like that along the way as I discovered that I like. I have been definitely using coffee as a crutch to get through my sightseeing days. One, as like a little stop off, because you can stop off at a little outside table and just have a sit and have a coffee. And two, because I feel like no matter how much sleep I get, I'm still fatigued and sleepy from all of the sightseeing and walking around. It's definitely catching up with me. So I try to like use coffee as a little crutch to like get me through a little bit more and get me through a little bit more. I have no doubt when I get back to New York, I am going to be so exhausted, which is ironic because I'm coming from vacation. I feel like that's a lot of people though, like they do so much on vacation, they get back and they're like more tired than when they left. But it's like an energized tired, an invigorated tired. My mind and my spirit are rejuvenated and curious and creative feeling, but my body is screaming. And you know what? That's fine. By the way, I know she is missing from this video. Sunshine is being extremely well taken care of. I would even say she is being spoiled by my amazing friend Evan, who is cat sitting for me. I have received multiple photos of her every day being an absolute ham and hanging out with her BFF. I think she doesn't even miss me anymore. I'm like, I replied back yesterday saying, I think that she's gonna need you to come over regularly because she doesn't even like me anymore. Evan has been feeding her breakfast in bed when she's having a nap on the cat tree, playing string with her, snuggling up on the couch with her, and spending at least a couple hours with her every day, which has been such a relief for me because I just miss my little friend so much. She's my baby, and I was really worried to leave her. I would talk with my sister about visiting France when I was more ill, and she always sort of mentioned me bringing Sunshine with me, and staying for like a longer period of time, especially when I was unemployed or working fully remote for my last job, but feeling really ill. And it always stopped me because I was so worried about leaving her and missing her, but getting the pictures every day of her truly living her best life without me has made it a lot easier to really like enjoy and have fun here, a bit more carefree. So I'm really, really grateful to Evan, who is taking care of Sunshine. And I know you guys miss Sunshine too. I'll definitely post a photo when I get back after she's not mad at me anymore, hopefully. Oh man. I don't usually film my coffee talks in this setup, so I hope that this comes out okay. Because I'm still not going to edit this. I'm still not going to edit this. It's unedited. This is what you get. You get me with sleep crusties in my eyes, drinking coffee, babbling on about how much I love Paris. It really is like such a romantic city. And I say this like in the vlog footage a couple of times. I'm like, bleh, bleh, bleh. I say this in the vlog footage a couple of times. I just love, well, first of all, everything is so old here in like a beautiful way. Except the subway is like so much more modern and functional than New York, and there's so many more escalators. Like the first day, I literally was I took the subway, got to where I was going to go, and an escalator took me up to the street where I was trying to go. It was like it was amazing. It was a miracle. Like New York City could never. And it's so clean and it's so easy to understand. And there's maps everywhere. So if you get confused, you can just look. But even more than that, everything is so old, but everything is so beautiful. Like so much of the buildings were designed not only to be functional, but to be beautiful. And I feel like either I'm missing that in New York or I just don't see it, especially like all over the States. I don't know if it's because it's more modern. Everything feels so much more like utilitarian or functional, even brutalist. And here, the building designs are so delicate and so like romantic, and like they have flourishes on the side of them, like little flowers carved into the stone, or like big French windows, or like little pop out windows coming out of the roof. It's just so beautiful. Everything, like the city is beautiful, the river, the Seine is beautiful, the buildings are beautiful, and everything, like the trees are all planted in a straight line and you can just walk along. Like I don't know, it's just amazing to me. It's not only functional, it's also like extremely beautiful, and it runs at a pace that is not frantic and frenetic. Like I said, I love New York. It's my home. I don't want to leave anytime soon. But Paris is pretty great. I will say the last time I was here was a really long time ago, and the last time I was here, I distinctly remember I did not encounter a single snotty French person who treated me like a dumb American. I think because I try to speak French and I, put in the good effort. This time I encountered some really snotty French people. And I was like, see, you guys are why this stereotype exists. But for the most part, everyone was so nice to me. There were these like multiple really sweet French locals who were like, saw me just trying to take a selfie with whatever and asked, do you want a picture? And I was like, yes. And they took my picture for me and were really, really sweet and said, enjoy your stay here. And some of the shopkeepers I met were also really sweet, especially when I would order in French and if I like messed something up, but the rest of my French was pretty good, they would like gently correct me, which I actually really appreciated because I really want my French to be solid, especially because my niece is completely bilingual, by the way. She's been watching things on TV, movies, English, TV and movies in English since she was like very, very young. So she's completely fluent in French and fluent in English. So she's amazing. She's better than me at everything. And I really want my French to be good. Like I can get by. I can also especially if I ask people to slow down, which I typically get embarrassed and don't do. But I really want my French to continue to get better. And actually, my new manager at my job apparently speaks French in her home. So she's like, if you want to practice, I'll practice with you. I was like, oh my gosh. was like, okay, so you're my manager and my French teacher now. um, just kidding. But anyway, this has been so great. I feel exhausted and also reinvigorated. I have a new joie de vivre, thrill and joy for life. And I have proven to myself that I can travel internationally again. I can travel alone and be fine again, which is something I used to do a lot. I can sightsee and be okay and make it through. Not perfect by any means. I'm wiped and my feet hurt, and I need to like make an appointment with my osteopath and chiropractor and craniosacral therapist as soon as I get back home. But I did it and it feels amazing and I love it here. And I really want to come back. And I think that's it for today's coffee talk. I feel like I've been talking for 100 years. And since I'm not filming my normal way, I have no idea how long it's been. So if it's been really long, I'm sorry. If it's been really short, then I'm delusional and I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Coffee Talk in Paris. Coffee Talk in Paris. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you have any thoughts on what I've said today, which was a lot, leave a comment. I read all the comments, even the mean ones. You know who you are. If you dislike the video, leave a comment as well. It helps the video. If you want more people to see this video, give this video a hype, which is in the comment area. You slide the thingy over and give it a hype. Add some hype points. It pushes out my videos to more people. We are so close to 8,000 subscribers when I'm filming this, and I'm really hoping we can cross that line before too long, because that would be really cool. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We do coffee talks, and I'm about to drop so much Paris content that you're gonna want to stick around to see that. So thank you guys so much, again, for hanging out, bearing with me when I'm a little tired and I'm drinking an entire French press worth of coffee. Ouch. And I will see you from my decluttered New York City apartment soon. And okay, yeah, we'll talk soon. Okay, thanks, love you, bye.